I'm a 42-year-old male, and this is my first marriage. Actually, my wife is a 46-year-old woman, and this is her third marriage. When we met 3 years ago, we pretty much hit it off. I was 39 and ready to find me a nice, young, sweet woman to settle down with, because I had worked for a majority of my life, saving up my money to do what I want to do so I could date somebody beautiful. And then I found my wife, who was somebody beautiful and somebody closer to my age, so my children are not going to be mad at me for dating another one of their friends. In the first 4 months, I had a new lifestyle that I never thought I would live, especially with somebody my age. We were able to travel, do things, and then we ended up settling down, and she moved into my house. She already had kids of her own, but all of our kids are grown, so there's no reason for anybody to be inside of the house to disturb us. Well, 2 weeks ago, I was feeling really sick. I had eaten something at work that just didn't sit right with my stomach, and I didn't want to poop at the office, so I decided to take an early trip home. As I was coming home, I saw that there was a car inside of the driveway that wasn't normally there, and it was interesting because I don't get off for another couple of hours, and we only have one car, so I was definitely surprised. As I used the keys to the front door, I heard rumbling and rambling going on inside the house. I was sitting there like, dang, what is she doing in there? As I walked in, I didn't see anything in the kitchen. Then I went upstairs to the master bedroom. I went into the bathroom, and there my wife is in the tub. I asked what's going on, and she said, "Don't let them hear you." I was like, "Don't let them hear you? What?" Then she said there's somebody in the house and she doesn't know where they are, but she thinks they're trying to do something to us. I went into the safe to grab my Churchill, and my wife was surprised. She asked what I was doing with that thing, that we need to stay and hide, and she'd already called 911, but I said no. Before we got married, I was paramilitary. I was also a deputy sheriff, and I was also a correctional officer. This was all before I went into the business of sales, so I'm highly trained in self-defense, and I love a reason to self-defend myself. So I was inside the house checking the rooms, and she tried to stop me. So I got closer to the bathroom downstairs, and she said not to go in there, but I didn't answer her. I opened it, and there was a dude in the back of the bathroom. So I stood there looking, and he was looking, and he was scared. I saw that he ain't got any clothes on, so I was stuck. I asked why he was dressed like that, and why she was also dressed like that. That wasn't even her normal sleeping clothes. That's when I started to put 2 and 2 together, because she wasn't in her normal sleeping gown. She was putting on a lingerie. I immediately knew what was happening. It kinda got to me then, why would somebody that is robbing the house park their car in the front yard? That doesn't make any sense. So we all went to the living room and had a good old conversation. I learned that the dude that was in my house was her second husband. I was not only shocked but flabbergasted at the whole situation because he could have really gotten hurt. I then asked if he had a house or an apartment, and he said that he was living inside of his car. I said that's kinda crazy because she's going to move in with you. She was in shock and asked what I meant, and I told her that they were obviously doing something upstairs. The bed is all messed up. There's a wrapper on the floor. I don't know if you thought of any of this stuff, but I'm glad you're using protection. On a different note, I cannot allow this to be inside of my house. I have 2 intruders that are in here, and my wife had told me about them, but I didn't know that she was one of them. So, I need her and the intruder to both go with all of their things. Luckily, most of the stuff that was inside of the house were mine before the marriage, so she left with just her clothes and got the hell on. I am currently in the middle of filing for the divorce, but I'm just completely shocked at the whole situation because I could have hurt somebody for real just in the eyes of trying to protect my wife. The thing I have a problem with, though, is that my kids are saying that I am overreacting to the whole situation, but I don't think I'm overreacting to anything. I had let them know that women my age were just trash and not smack, and that it's been that way ever since I was younger, so I've always had to date either women older than me or younger than me. I cannot date women that's in my same 10 years, because women born in my same year were trash. Well, my wife is a perfect example of that. So, I told my kids that I'm going to be selling my house and going overseas because I'm dipping. There's no reason for me to be in America if this is the quality of people I have to be around. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to stay here. I've been looking at this ideology called passport bros, but I don't think I'm going to be a passport bro. I think I'm just going to be a dual citizen. I'm going to try to learn the other language and try to embrace myself inside of my culture, because I've been working for the majority of my life. I've been working for a long time, and I feel like I've worked hard enough to be able to have a break, to be able to have somebody I can settle down with, to be able to be happy. I understand that I have a lot of issues that I need to work on, but to openly be cheated on by somebody that I want to spend the rest of my life with, that's devastating. My son is telling me to go to therapy, but honestly, I just want to leave the country. So, am I overreacting, or is there something that I can do? Now for the top comments. Sorry that this happened to you. Wrap everything up before you move anywhere. You are not overreacting to getting a divorce. If you are really done with America, you can leave. I just want to warn you that the same things can also happen abroad as well, with even worse outcomes of being taken advantage of. Yes, breathe. What you should have done was spent more time investing in finding more about your partner. Usually, for someone who has 3 ex-husbands, there's a reason. Just saying. Therapy, and find why you feel like this. Leave. Run as far and fast as you can, cause the games these people play are in a whole different level. It won't stop there. That sucks that now he's going to have a messed up misconception of all women. It takes a long time to get over that. Sorry. All I can say is heal first before you get into it with another woman. Dating unhealed will have you bleeding all over people that didn't hurt you. Good luck. By the way, why are the good hardworking men finding all these sluts? Why? You are a great person. You are not overreacting, rather, a natural reaction to what has been happening around your house. Thank God you have finally caught up with the mess created by ungrateful, ill-considerate, unforgiving scumbags. Sorry about that, but you got it right, mate. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to today's story. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.